Making out the starting lineup for Stockton, Tavon Gaither, Eric Campbell, Martin Anguelov, Devin Johnson, and Christian Armstrong-Thomas as the Lions win the opening tip. So it'll be with the Lions' leading scorer and point guard Nick Koch as he passes over to Matt Solomon at the top of the key. So, Matt, big matchup here tonight for the Lions.
Yeah.
Have to see what they want to get accomplished in this battle NJAC championship rematch.
And like you said, it doesn't get bigger, right? These two teams scorching offensively, especially looking at, like you said, Nick Koch coming into this game looking very strong. And the history's there. The script is there. Interesting to see how the teams are going to follow it.
Johnson misses the three there. Solid rebound by Solomon. Gets bumped on his way down. Tavon Gaither picks up an early foul. I'm going to watch that matchup between Okori and Gaither. Two dynamic players. Slashing wings who can attack the glass and make a lot happen on the inside in terms of point scoring.
Oh, completely. And another matchup I want to look at inside the paint, Matthew Solomon. He's been so effective for the Lions this season, creating space and playmaking. And he's up against a tough matchup, 6'5" Christian Armstrong. Thomas going to be up against him. Going to want to watch that all night as well.
Pass gets away from Solomon. Gaither to the inside. Fouled on his way up. Count it and one. So Tavon Gaither strong on the finish. Going up to finish the three-point play.
And that's a feel-good play, James, right? You come out, missed your first one or two shots. That's quite all right. Now set the tone. An and one, nothing like an and one to fire up the rest of the floor, on the floor and the bench.
So Gaither this season, 11.6 points per game. And 6 rebounds a contest. Quick substitution there. Jamar Johnson subbing out Gaither after a foul and a basket. So three-point play converted. It will be in the hands of Matthew Solomon. Kicks out left wing Okocha for three. That's no good. Okori with the rebound, strong. Solomon with the tip in there on the follow-up.
And that's the presence I'm talking about, James. The awareness to know where to be on a shot like that and just gently put it back in nice and easy.
And Okori and Solomon, two strong players on the inside, with Solomon getting the tip. And Stockton now with the 5-2 lead on the easy lay.
And that's good ball movement by Stockton. They were in control of that the entire time, even with some defenders up in their face.
And Koch fires a three behind the Solomon screen. No good there. Angelov with the board. Takes it inside on his own. No good. Armstrong Thomas with a strong rebound. Unable to finish at the basket. Going to get tipped out of bounds and stay with the Ospreys. Gaither quickly subbing back in. And now, Matt, my question is, where is E.J. Matthews-Spratley, leading scorer for the Ospreys, currently sitting on the bench right now, but 19 points a game?
Now, I'm wondering the same thing, James. We asked each other, looking at the starting lineups as they came out to us live, maybe he's a quick sub in 3-5 minutes. We've already seen Gaither come in and out. Could be an instance like that, but again, a leading scorer starting on the bench in a highly contested game like this, it doesn't really add up in my opinion.
Officials having a talk under the basket, trying to figure out who the foul is on. Actually figuring out the shot clock, so 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Stockton will inbound from the near baseline. Angelov with it at the top of the key, taking the screen from Gaither. Lions send the double as he kicks to Johnson. Floater over the top of Solomon, rims out and in. Jamar Johnson with a solid find as Okocha takes one to the lane and floats it up. Fouled on his way in, going to be Armstrong Thomas. Or Angelov, rather.
And plays like that, James, I think is where the Lions find their strength. Speed and power in the paint. Draw contact. Don't be afraid to get to that line for some 3 points.
And as Armstrong Thomas commits the foul, he's going to get subbed out of the game. And Anguelov, as he commits the foul, he's going to get subbed out of the game. E.J. Matthews-Spratley finally now checking in for Stockton. And Logan McKee checking in for the Ospreys as well. Nice pass by our coach outside. Solomon can't get the rebound. Follow up to go. Been tough sailing on the inside for the Lions thus far as Okocha comes up with the denial.
And that's an amazing defense by both sides on either end of the floor here. Don't be fooled by quick passes. Stay with your man. Stay with the ball.
Solomon getting down and dirty on the boards. A flock of Ospreys in on the action there. Possession arrow pointing with Stockton here, but strong defensive effort here from both teams, but Stockton able to capitalize on more.
I don't know if you're feeling it like I am right now, James, but the energy and tension already being shown through the physicality of these two teams on defense.
And Eric Campbell able to explode to the basket there, just can't get the finger roll to fall.
And he had a lot of space there. Unfortunate that rolled off.
And Alexandre steps right in rhythm to a deep three. That's nothing but net. Matthews-Spratley passes inside to Gaither. One too many steps before he went going to the basket. Going to be a traveling violation. Lions going to pick up possession. Down 2.
And it's small things like that, James. Momentum swings, a deep three by Alexandre, and then all of a sudden you got a little turnover. Bench is hyped, starting lineup's hyped. Use that energy and try and take a lead.
And that's just the type of player that Alexandre is for this team, as Okocha unable to hold on to the pass, had the lane to the basket, unable to hold on. But that's the type of player that Alexandre is for this team. You know, slap the floor, play tough defense, get in gritty. And make those effort plays, come up with the loose balls. So Alexandre, definitely one of those energy-shifting plays as he hit the 3-ball a couple moments ago. So back in the hands of E.J. Matthews-Spratley up at the top of the key. Gaither coming to set a screen on his right side. Alexandre able to get over as Matthews-Spratley hits the long 2. Nice pass inside from Alexandre to Okocha, too strong on the layup.
Okocha keeps getting down to that same spot really fast. Here's Koch, though.
And Koch takes it inside, takes the contact, and one. Hyping the crowd up. And Okocha, a couple costly mistakes there. Koch bringing him in, saying, I got you, man. Let's go. It's still a game. We're right back in this.
And that's the speed and physicality I keep talking about. You can't even get a sentence out without something big happening. The awareness by Koch to pick up his teammate Okocha after he can't really hang on to two similar passes on that right side of the floor is fantastic.
And that's something you got to take advantage of early if you're the Lions. Stockton's just going to give up those long passes on the fast breaks. Guys exploding down the court towards the basket. Got to find them and got to finish. So Koch converts on the and one. 9-9 ball game here, tied up with 15, or 10-9 rather, in favor of the Lions with 15:40 and a half. Khalid Bakari recently checked in, comes up with the steal. He'll take it to the basket and can't finish.
Couple little instances so far. I know it's early, James, but you want to finish on these easy layups. Okocha twice, and then that one by Bakari.
A couple substitutions making their way into the game for the Lions. Jack Frieswick, Anthony Milligan, and Khalid Bakari, as we mentioned previously, coming up with the steal. Couple subs coming in for Stockton here. Christian Armstrong Thomas making his way back into the game. And Jameer Payut also stepping onto the floor for the first time tonight. So Payut, some new added size to this Stockton roster. 6'7" freshman from Irvington. Can't stop the Nick Koch floater there over the top as he flies down the middle. Campbell wasting no time to get to the basket there. Fouled by Jack Frieswick on his way up.
You know, I got to give props to Nick Koch. There's a lot more inches in the paint than what Koch has to offer. And he shows no fear driving into that paint, trying to put up tough shots, drawing contact. It's obviously a mismatch, but he just overcomes it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. I think the score should be 12-9.
Yeah, we've had a couple scoreboard.
I think we've got it. We've got it under control here on our end, at least. Campbell connects on the first. Eric Campbell, 12.6 points a game coming into tonight's contest. As Andrew Crawford checks into the ball game for Campbell after he connects on the free throw. So Stockton now with the 1-point lead, just under 15 minutes to go here in the first half. And Koch with it up top. Looking for a screen from Okori, loses handle. And Crawford comes up with a steal. Matthew Spratley trying to find his way inside. Couldn't find the layup. Transition three for Vrieswick. No good. Last touch by Khalid Bakari. Going to go back to Stockton.
And Vrieswick, he's got range, right? I've seen him hit plenty of shots from that area. Just a tough rim out from him. The form was good. The shot selection, no problem with that. Both teams on offense now, I feel like a lot of baskets aren't rolling as easily as they would.
Matthew Spratley, a good look from three, just off the mark. Shamir Payut, that is. Easy rebound and layup for two there, extending their lead to three. So Milligan hands off to Koch, defended by Crawford as he looks to go inside. He'll kick out Okori. Putting pressure in. Nice pass inside to Koch. Reverse layup off the top of the glass.
That's just a tough angle.
Not quite enough English on that one. It's Crawford. Moves it around. Armstrong Thomas looking to get things going. Nice backdoor cut by Angelov. Can't get the layup to fall. So as you mentioned, Matt, a couple of these shots just clanking off the rims early on.
A lot of great passes backdoor, but in between the legs, like finding very small windows. And both teams just having bad luck when it's time to convert those passes.
Now Okori bringing it up for the Lions as Crawford's taken Koch the length of the court. So Bakari looking for some help here. He'll kick Milligan a three. That's no good. I feel like the Lions might be settling a little bit too much right now, not taking that extra pass that they're known so well for doing, as a strong finish from Martin Anguelov at the basket. Now a 5-point lead for Stockton, coming up with a quick steal, and Payut gets another basket of his own, and Coach Matthew Goldsmith's going to want time. A 7-point lead for Stockton. So we're back after the timeout here. Lions trailing by 7, just over 13 minutes to go in the first half. And Matt, it's been a struggle for the Lions to get things going offensively.
You know, it's tough to look at things when you're early into a quarter, right? We're only 7 minutes in. What I'm looking at and noticing is turnovers and points off the fast break. Nothing too detrimental yet, but Lions have 4 turnovers. But looking at the fast break points, Stockton, they've executed 7 fast break points. Lions, only 3.
Nice pass inside from Alexandre to Bakari. And that's what I was looking for. You know, we mentioned it right before the break. The Lions just got to make that extra pass, find those cutters, because they're so good at doing it. As Angelo puts up a 3, no good there. Rebound, Matthew Solomon.
Now, there's plenty of time to find that extra pass. You're still very much alive in this game. There's no rush. Work your bread and butter. Figure out what's working. Figure out what's not.
There's a steal from Angelo. Finger roll at the basket is good. It's another costly error from the Lions there. And Stockton looking to apply the pressure for what seems to be the entire 40 minutes of this ball game. Alexandre looking for some help. Passes, finds Vrieswick, and there it is once again. Finding those cutters. TCNJ staying active off ball. Able to get the 2-point try there. As Stockton quickly answers, Christian Armstrong-Thomas extending the lead right back to 7.
And move at your pace, right? We saw that last bucket. That's them moving at their pace, taking your time. Let's see this shot.
Now Alexandre in rhythm. A deep one once again. Flanks off the right side of the rim. Matthew Spratley looking to move fast here to find Armstrong-Thomas just inside the top of the key. And a communication error there from the Lions, not able to figure out whose ball it was on the rebound attempt. Tips out of the hands of Solomon, going to stay with Stockton underneath.
And it's the little things, right? Miscommunications, two quick passes, bobbles to the basketball, leading to turnovers. Things you can clean up, but also things you can't afford to continue doing as a lead might build.
Pass outside to Campbell at the three-point line. He's fouled by Okocha. So Eric Campbell gets the quick pass off the baseline play from Stockton. Hoists up a three, and Okocha getting a little handsy on the play. Campbell's going to attempt 3 shots here from the line.
You got to be just a little smarter there, right? When that three was fired, Okocha was give or take an inch or two away from the shooter. You don't want to jump too high or too far and draw contact on a play where you weren't really exactly in the best position to begin with.
Yeah, no, it's got to do a better job closing out there for your coach, but plenty of opportunities to have that happen the rest of the way here. It's Campbell shooting his second from the line. That rims out and in. So Campbell hitting on all of his attempts, was currently 13 of 21 coming into tonight's matchup. So you're Stockton faithful. Nice to see him connect on some of those free throws. There's Solomon, top of the key for the Lions. Looking to get this offense moving as Okocha pull up three over the top of the Solomon screen is nothing but net.
And the power of Matthew Solomon is the strength of this Lions team in the paint and through playmaking. A nice response there from Stockton, though. They'll drop their own three.
And Anguelov quickly with the answer. And Okocha looking for another, and he does. Nice play there from the Lions. Down 13, but trying to fight their way back into this, game of runs here. Got to come up with a couple big stops.
All right, we got another scoreboard error, James. Lions only down 10. It's 27-17.
So Matthew Spratley going to sign in for Johnson.
We got some scoreboard problems here.
We got some.
Seemingly no one knows what's happening. Our online stats tracker, we have Stockton up 7, 27-20. Now it's been changed to 30-20. And there you have it. Finally settled.
Fixed and crowd applauds.
There's a pretty big difference between being down 13 and down 7.
And for the viewers and listeners, I apologize. Just a read the prompter guy. I saw the scoreboard. And
hey, you.
So video review for the foul call there on Solomon. Scoreboard fixed. And Christian Armstrong-Thomas at the line. Connecting on first one there, Armstrong-Thomas comes into tonight 52.9% from the free throw line. Smaller sample size, 9 of 17 from the charity stripe. So Armstrong-Thomas no good on the second attempt. 8-point lead now for Stockton. Got to see what the Lions do on these next couple possessions to try and cut into this lead, Matt.
And it's been the three ball. We saw Okocha back-to-back fire 2 deep ones. We'll see what they want to do here in the paint.
Alexandre, turnaround jumper. Nice look there. Able to find himself open about 8 feet from the rim. Couldn't connect. Now in the hands of Jamar Johnson. Matthew Spratley drawing up the offense for Stockton. Passes inside for Campbell. Easy reverse layup, no good. as Christian Armstrong Thomas proving big on the glass there.
And that's big. Anytime you get a second chance basket, it's massive for your team.
And now that lead of 8 is 10 here for Stockton. Alexandre taking it to the basket. Short on the floater just off the front of the rim. Rebound Stockton. Angelov to the basket. Finishing over the top of Reeswick. And Lions got to figure out something quick, because Stockton likes to move the ball in a hurry. Koch takes it inside around Campbell and fouled on his way up.
And that'll work. Like I said, Koch not afraid to get inside the paint and physical. Even with his 6'1" height compared to some of these guys in the paint, they're much taller. That's where you need to establish yourself and try and get to the charity line.
And that's where Koch has his biggest advantage. You know, that first step, that quickness. You know, he's not the fastest player. He's not the tallest player on the court, but his quickness and his ability to, sense where the defense is around him, drawing fouls, getting to the hoop, being nifty, and finding his angles, and being such a strong finisher that he is. And also, when you get those opportunities to go to the basket, you're going to get fouled. So making the most of your opportunities at the free throw line is definitely big for Koch.
You're just trying to make something happen here. That's all you got to do. Still plenty of time.
So Koch connects on both, was 18 of 25 before that set of free throws there. So Stockton with it up top. Armstrong Thomas looking for some help. Picks up his dribble. Now in the hands of Matthew Spratley with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Double coming for the Lions. Armstrong Thomas looking for some help and can't do it before traveling.
And it's something I'm noticing. You already talked about how Matthew Spratley didn't start the game. We haven't seen him put up a point. Lions defense done a great job so far early containing him.
Alexandre looking to get to the basket. Fouled on his way there. It's going to be Armstrong Thomas with another. His first. It's going to be the 6th foul of the half for Stockton. One more putting the Lions in the bonus. And we still got 8.5 minutes to go here, so down 10. Lions going to look to probably draw some fouls down the stretch.
And that's where they've been finding their most success so far early.
Okori taking it inside, guarded by Gaither. Alexandre in the corner, pulling it around, defended by Matthew Spratley. Takes it inside, needs some help. 8 on the shot clock here. Okori forces up a floater, no good. Finds himself a rebound, and the follow-up fouled on his way up.
And there you have it, drawing contact. I think Corey probably didn't need to put that first shot up, but the effort to stay with it is impressive, and that's the kind of effort that draws you extra opportunities.
And, maybe realizing that that wasn't the best shot attempt there for Corey made it a little more concerning to go get that rebound. So Corey, 83% on the season, coming into tonight, 30 of 36 from the line as he connects on the first. Second leading scorer for TCNJ this year, 16.3 points per game, a little over 6 boards as well. So 8:08 left in the first half here. Lions back inside single digits. Difference is 8 here in favor of Stockton. Johnson to Spratley to Angelov. Corner 3 is good. Great ball movement there from Stockton as Okocha tries to take it inside. Can't get the ball in his left. Ball tipped out last by Stockton. Going to stay with the Lions underneath.
And now if I'm Jonathan Okocha, obviously he's come out a little cold from that right side of the court, trying to put up those easy layups. Take a deep breath, take a step back. Your game will find you.
So it'll be Koch here to inbound on the near side of the Stockton baseline. passes out top for Okori. Hands off to Koch. He'll take the wraparound, set up for three, and he nails it. 35-27 now with 7:40 to go after the big three from Nick Koch.
And it's easy. When you're down big, rely on your leading scorer. He'll produce.
Matthew Spratley falling back, unable to get the layup to go. Lions moving in transition. Bakari for two.
And that's all you need. Two quick, easy back.
So back after the timeout, Jamar Johnson bringing it up for Stockton here. Eric Campbell now with it, looking for some help. Back into the hands of Johnson, defended by Okocha. That'll be McKee, corner three. Johnson springing up there for the rebound. Now back out McKee, maybe a corner three once again. Cannot connect, but stepped out of bounds. Beforehand, Lions will retain possession with 7:01 here to go in the first half.
And an interesting decision going back to that corner three. I saw the motion, but you just it's almost like, it's just a silly mistake. Got to watch your footing. Can't make an easy turnover like that, especially when you get an offensive rebound like they did.
So Lions bringing it up the floor here, down 6, looking to make this a one-possession game with a three-point play of any sorts. Koch takes the handoff from Okori, fades away inside, off the rim twice, unable to fall. So Matthew Spratley looking to go to work. Bakari picks him up after the screen from Armstrong. Going to be a foul on the inside. Matthew Okori tagged with the foul. It's going to be, or David Alexandre rather, apologies for that. Regardless, his first, team's 5th of the half. Matthew Spratley inbounds to Armstrong Thomas as he fires a three on the right wing, off the mark.
Matthew Spratley still yet to connect for his first points.
I believe he's got 2. I think he hit that long 2 early
Hold on
on
a second.
and couldn't find it. Okori try to throw away the loose ball into the hands of Matthew Spratley. And nobody can contain possession right now as that ball's thrown away and TCNJ takes it back.
He does have to. I've been saying the wrong thing.
So getting a little sloppy here at Packer as EJ Matthew Spratley goes to take a seat. Okori looking to get up the floor, and he's fouled by Armstrong Thomas. That's going to be his second. And it looks like they will be in the 1-and-1 bonus here as Okori heads to the line to shoot some free throws. So 6 minutes left in the first half, and the Lions going to get some opportunities for some free points. So Okori good on the first. Couple of points for Okori on the evening as Jack Frieswick comes in for Jonathan Okocha. And the Lions trail by 5. Make that 2 free throws for Matthew Okori. 6:05 to go here now in the first half.
Lions perfect 7 of 7 from the line early.
And the Lions continue to creep back here. Campbell, nice move inside. Able to get past Okori and Bakari on his way to the basket there. Euro step, right-handed finish.
Beautiful Euro step. Bakari came in to get that right side. He just shifted to left. Wide open.
Skip pass there from Koch to Alexandre, working inside, reverse layup off the rim, no good. Bakari with the tip back and in. Now here's Martin Anguelov looking to go to work on Koch, high off the glass and in.
Quick buckets from either side right now, James. A lot of speed right now.
And this pace of play is certainly picking up as Vrieswijk misses everything on the three there.
Not sure if that was tipped or not.
Johnson moving inside, nice pass, and Bakari with some leftover stuffing from Thanksgiving dinner. As the Lions get possession back.
Khalid Bakari showing some value here. Nice putback on his last offensive possession, and a lot of Lions caught jumping on that last defensive possession, but he's right there for the block. Very clutch.
And rewarded for the denial, fouled after such. So he's going to shoot a pair of free throws here if he makes the first. So Bakari good on the first. It's been very back and forth here, showing signs of what could be a future playoff matchup down the line. I know we're speculating as this is the only second conference game, but we've seen it before.
Fair speculation, James. No shame in it.
As Bakari connects on both. You know, should expect a little bit of a bigger role out of him this year. You know, was taking in a couple minutes a game last year and definitely had some big moments for the Lions and big spots. But going to be asked upon a little bit more this year as Bakari.
And he's definitely up to that task. We've seen it so far in the last 2 minutes of this game.
And there's Devin Johnson hitting the three. His first bucket of the evening.
Stockton,
4:30 to go in this first half.
Stockton's done a good job not letting the Lions creep in too close. Keeping at a distance when it really counts.
And a nice follow-up there from Solomon once again. Active on the glass are the Lions. As Angelov taking it inside, looking to get around Vrieswijk, and look at the English on the shot there from Martin Angelov. Crafty at the point of attack.
That's just a lot of space off the arc, right? He had plenty of room to get in there and do whatever he wanted to get a fancy shot.
And Alexandre thought was fouled on his way up. No call made. Angelov takes it to the basket. No call there either. Looks like they're just letting him play here.
No shame in that.
So Koch now to the basket. Easy left-handed layup for two. And just like that, looks like it'll be a three-point game. Just over 3:30 to go here in the first half. Stockton with a 5-point lead here. EJ Matthews-Spratley with the ball in his hand. Now passes off to Devin Johnson. Attempts a three-point over Jack Vrieswijk. And Devin Johnson making his last two baskets. He's got 5 now. And Stockton with a 7-point lead as Vrieswijk unloads a three and buries it.
No better way to respond, having a basket over your head by shooting your own for one extra point.
And outside, Payute will take a three of his own off the rim. Angelov looks for McKee. Pass back inside. Payute for the easy two. Nice pass there from Logan McKee. So Lions got to get active off ball here with Solomon at the top of the key. He'll hand off to Koch. Taking it inside, kicks out Bakari, corner three. Just off the mark. Angelov moving quickly in transition over Alexandre, and that is good for two. Martin Angelov making his presence felt here in the first half. He's got 20. As Alexandre answers right back over the top of Angelov.
And Alexandre, he's done a good job of that so far in this first half. Goes to the rim, turns around, makes a little bit of space for himself, puts in a nice bucket.
So Matthew Spratley holding on to the ball here as we cross the 2-minute mark left in the first half. Picks up Solomon after the screen. Comes up way short on the three-point attempt. Wants a foul call, did not get it. As the TCNJ faithful lets him know.
And I kept saying he hadn't scored any points. He's got two. But Lions defense, a fantastic job shutting down Stockton's leading scorer. It's the reason why they're still in this game, and the lead hasn't gotten too far-fetched.
Yeah, and Martin Angelov's kind of been the engine that's making this Stockton team run tonight, and now he's taken a seat for the last 2 minutes of this first half. We'll see what the Lions can do in that time. Alexandre to the basket and denied. Matthew Spratley showing the effort on the defensive end there, coming up with the block.
And that's just great speed by Spratley, too. I don't know if you saw him sprint across the logo. He was flying just to stay with that from Alexandre. He was completely unaware he's behind him.
Koch dishes out, gets it back from Okori, corner three, and that is nothing but net. Turns around to the bench with a cool look on his face. After that one, 3-point ball game here now from Packer Hall.
All business for Nick Koch. He doesn't need a lot of space to get a shot like that off. He just needs a second, and that's all it took.
Johnson kicks out McKee. Been looking from that corner all game. As Vrieswick had the open hand. He's going to get it from Alexandre now. Calls his shot. Short on the corner three. Grabs his own board and calls a timeout. Great IQ play from Vrieswick there after getting his own rebound. So 1:09 to go here in the first half. TCNJ trailing by 3, picking up some momentum as Angelov. So Lions to inbound at the Stockton baseline with 1:09 to go here in the first half. 20 seconds on the shot clock. It's Koch, defended by Payut, looking for that advantage on the inside. Fouled on his way up. Was looking to get it to Okori there. Mismatch underneath after handing it off to Campbell on the screen. But Koch able to find his way to the basket. Going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws here.
That's just what he does. We've seen it all night. I keep saying it. Not afraid to get in the paint, draw contact, look for another teammate to maybe make an extra pass to. It's effective and it's valuable for this Lions team.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Koch hits the first. Now a 2-point game. Lions have not seen a lead in this first half as they trail by just 2. And now make it 1. So less than a minute to go here. Lions could take their first lead right before the half. Stockton looking inside. Payut will kick out. Matthew Spratley defended by Okocha. His pass denied. Eric Campbell now with 15 on the shot clock. Attacking inside, Alexandre defending, and he finishes over the top.
That's good recovery after the tip pass. Just because it's blocked doesn't mean the possession hasn't ended.
And a nice job there by Koch. Seeing Campbell reach in even the smallest amount. And Koch doing a good job of defending Campbell's defense, but also attacking that hand and drawing the foul, getting himself to the line.
He's just got a good basketball mind. He knows where he needs to be at the right moment, how to draw the contact, the shot selection. It's all there for him.
And that's just offensively, positionally, smart IQ, like you said. He's just taking advantage of a defensive player, putting themselves in a non-advantageous spot. So Koch buries both free throws once again. We're back to a 1-point game here with 32.1 to go in the first half. Shot clock will stay on. 2.1 difference between shot and game. Matthew Spratley passes to Crawford, and he can't stay in bounds. Costly pass there, gets away from Andrew Crawford. And now a 20.4 left in the first half. TCNJ looking to take their first lead of the game.
They'll have the shot clock on their side, obviously 20 seconds to go. So they get to do exactly what they want for this final possession of the first half.
So Matthew Spratley subbed out for the last possession. It's Koch. Puts a nifty move on Crawford there. 10 to go here. Takes the screen from Okocha. Works inside. Tries to put it up through traffic and gets it to go. Lions up one right before the end of the first half. That's the buzzer. Koch comes up with a piece. And what a way to end the first half for the Lions.
Oh, who else would it be, Jay?
9 points of the half for the Lions there to close it out. Really getting on a run there from 11 to 20. Just like that.
And, you know, if you're the Lions, you hope that defensive focus shifts to Koch and you get some of your other guys involved, some Solomon or Corey maybe, to step it up a little bit here in the second half.
And Koch, the only Lion over double digits, as Khalid Bakari is second in scoring with 8. As Okori goes up with the layup on the opening possession, blocking foul there, going to be called on Christian Armstrong Thomas. So quick third foul there for Armstrong Thomas. Chief Coach Bittner looks to make a change early on in the second half as Armstrong Thomas takes an early foul, but Lions 13 of 13 from the charity stripe so far tonight as Okori nails the 14th of the evening.
Some of the most important points in a game come from that line, James. And to be perfect on a night like this and a team like this, it does wonders. Wonders.
So Paiute coming in for Armstrong Thomas after the foul call. Okori looking to cash in on the second free throw attempt. That one is good, so TCNJ now with the 3-point lead. They've scored the last couple going over from the end of the first half into this one. Devin Johnson steps to the right for a baseline jumper, gets away from Koch nicely, and buries the 15-footer. Okocha looks to answer from the right corner and connects.
And that's using the space that's given to you on both ends of the floor, both offensive possession. There's a steal by Okocha now. I'll let it.
Koch inside, left-handed layup, no good. Good effort there from Solomon. But if you're TCNJ there, got to come away with some points on that possession. Had numbers 2-on-1. Koch slowed things up just a bit. Unable to finish at the rim. Line still up 4, but that could have been a big momentum swing for TCNJ.
There's been a couple of moments of this game where I think the Lions should have cashed in, where they made some an unlucky shot or just a poor decision.
So Okocha steps out. Campbell drives in, finds Johnson in the corner, and gets fouled on the three-point attempt. So Koch picks up his first foul of the evening, fouling Johnson on the three-point attempt. And that's the second time tonight that the Lions not doing a great job of closing out on corner threes, Matt.
That's just dangerous. You got to be a little more aware of where he's jumping to and how much effort you're putting into that jump. I know it's hard in the air to maintain that control, but if you're not in a position to close out a deep three, there's no reason to put yourself in a position to make things worse.
Another scoreboard issue there, but points are all straight now. 58-56 is the score. Still in favor of TCNJ. 19 minutes to go here, 1 minute away in this second half. As Johnson hits all three. So lead is now back to 1 as Matthew Solomon brings the ball up for TCNJ. Koch drives inside. Pulls up over the top of Campbell, no good. So here's Martin Anguelov taking the screen from Paiute. Gets past Solomon. Left-handed layup is good. So Martin Anguelov picking up right where he left off in the first half with a 2-point layup. Alexandre steps back and creates some separation. Misses the wide open three.
Frustrating. Frustrating to get a look like that and come away with nothing.
A couple of oohs and ahs from the crowd there as Anguelov misstepped on the way. Nice block there from Solomon on the attempt from Gaither. Alexandre dumps off to Solomon. He's looking for some help. Pass it off Koch, top of the key. Moves inside, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. Lions can't buy a basket underneath. Campbell with the board. Gaither taking it in. Goes up strong over the top of Okocha. And right back to a 3-point Stockton lead.
And that's tough for Lions, right? You came out, that quick foul play, and another tough turnover there. Okocha steps out.
So Stockton taking all that TCNJ momentum right back.
Let's go, EJ!
As Okocha steps on the right sideline there. Stockton gonna inbound. So now down the stretch, Matt, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing in terms of, statistics?
I think you keep leaning on Koch, right? But not so heavily as you may have been in the first half. You have to use the threat of Nick Koch to open up the other areas of your offense that have just been a little lacking in the first half. Solomon in the paint, Okocha outside beyond the arc. That's where you want to look if Koch starts to draw enough attention.
Angelov is looking for the extra pass there. Alexandre, nice job moving inside as Okori puts up the floating two over Payut, and it's good. So now 1-point game once again. Back and forth we go here from Packer. Just over 17 minutes to go in the game as Campbell fakes the pull-up three, settles for the fadeaway two. Can't gather it. And Gaither with the rebound. Angelov looking for the second chance point here. It's going to be a foul on Alexandre. Going to pick up his second of the evening.
And it's been those second chance rebounds that both teams, they've worked really well worked out really well for both of them, especially Stockton. They've taken their opportunities really, really well.
Angelov will look to inbound here. Into the hand of E.J. Matthews Spratley. Passes inside for Payut. And that is good. Back to a 3-point lead after the Jameer Payut 2-point try.
And like I just said, second chance point. Stockton's got 11. Lions have 16.
Okocha from distance. That's no good. Gaither looking to move things quickly here. Finds Matthew Spratley. He'll hoist up a three. That's no good. Alexandre puts it up. Okori fouled hard on his way up to the basket. It bounces right back up. He's going to go take two at the line as Matthew Okori. But a lot of contact on the way up to the basket there.
And way to fight through that contact. That's not a fun fall. It's not a fall that feels good. This is pretty hardwood. So good on Okori to jump right back up. Get ready to shoot these free throws.
So Corey 6 of 6 from the line tonight. The majority of his points are coming. Only 2 from the field. He's got 8 on the evening. So he hits the first. Reeswick gonna sub in for Okocha. And Okori gonna hit the second. Free throw attempt coming up in just a moment here. Okocha takes a seat. Lions trailing by 2. This ranked early NJAC matchup. So Okori hits the second, make it 8 for 8 on the evening. 10 points for Matthew Okori. Second line in double digits. So here's Payut. Finds Johnson, now over to Matthew Spratley, trying to get an angle on Matthew Solomon. Nice defense there. Jameer Payut will step into a three. That's no good. Koch, nice board. Looking for his angle, spins off of Angelov and gets to the basket. Nick Koch putting on the spin cycle before cashing in on the 2-point layup.
It's just almost expected at this point. Koch, he finds ways to get to the basket. Look out. Ball goes into the crowd.
Pass gets away from, I believe, Payut. It'll be back in the hands of TCNJ. Anthony Milligan's going to check in for David Alexandre here, as Matthew Spratley is going to look to pick him up the full length of the floor, and there's going to be a nice little double team on him. So pass in to Anthony Milligan, and now we've got numbers. Milligan back up top to Solomon, looking for some off-ball movement. Passes inside for Milligan, and a nice find. Matthew Solomon dropping a dime there. What he does so well, as we mentioned earlier, the engine for this TCNJ offense. A lot of playmaking coming from Matthew Solomon at the top of the key.
And that's exactly what I was looking for this Lions offense to unlock. Run your offense through other players besides Koch. Playmaking from Solomon. Beautiful find to Milligan. Easy buckets. It's wide open. Make things easy for yourself.
And Koch dipping and diving inside. Make it 25 for number 2.
It's just too sneaky. They can't seem to get a read on it.
DJ Matthew Spratley tries to pull up over the top of Koch and cannot connect. It has not been his night. As Okori looking for some help on the right sideline. Going to be a jump ball there. Martin Anguelov with the heads-up play, getting a hand on the basketball. Possession arrow is going to point with Stockton.
And that's a great play by Anguelov. He's been strong so far in this half and in the first half as well.
So we went back and forth in the first half, and that's exactly what we're doing in the second. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Back from the timeout as Stockton has possession, down 5, 68 to 63 is the score in favor of TCNJ. Eric Campbell with the ball up top. Kicks out Jamar Johnson at the bottom of the key. And Martin Anguelov comes up with a steal after a TCNJ steal. And points after the turnover for Anguelov. 3-point ball game.
Angelov's fighting to keep his team in this. He's got extra effort. He's got fire lit underneath him right now. He's been fantastic.
And every time it seems like Koch finds a bucket, Martin Anguelov comes up with another of his own.
They're just exchanging blows, the two of them.
Another double team on Koch is Khalid Bakari looking for some help. Pass nearly stolen.
Gotta be careful.
So Corey comes up with possession, and Christian Armstrong Thomas subs into the game and is quickly picking up his 4th foul. Matthew Spratley checks back in for Armstrong Thomas. It's Koch. Brings it up. Takes the screen. Gets another from Okori. He'll kick to the corner for Milligan. Pass back to Koch up top. We're going to take another screen from Okori. Passes inside. Okori floats over the top of Campbell. Bank shot up and in.
And you see that? Koch attracts so much attention up on the arc. There was 2 men on him. You give it right to Okori. He's got a one-on-one favorable matchup and executes it perfectly.
Matthew Spratley trying to get past Koch. Extends with the arm. And it looks like it's... I thought they might have been calling that the other way. And it's going to be a foul on Koch if they got tangled up underneath. Koch's second foul. 13-34. Stockton inbounds, down 5. Gaither with it up top, defended by Okori. Passes to Johnson. And now Johnson defended by Milligan, kicks right corner of Reeswick. That's a kicked ball, but 9 seconds on the shot clock here. Matthew Spratley to inbound here for the Ospreys. Matthew Stroutley gets it back from Gaither. He'll kick back. Gaither off the glass and in. Back to a three-point ball game here, 70-67 in favor of TCNJ.
And that's just a smart shot by Gaither, right? I've been talking about it all night. Give the space that's allowed to you. Took the space, put up a nice little jumper, easy bucket off the glass.
O'Corey taking it the distance, finishing strong at the rim over Tavon Gaither. Not something you expect there, seeing O'Corey at the top of the key, just taking it straight to the rack, able to finish. Campbell takes it inside, puts it over the top, no foul called. Erratic shot there from Campbell. Easy layup, easy rebound rather for TCNJ.
I don't know if you saw, that's a great close by Vrieswick. He had a lot of space to shoot that corner three and he didn't take it.
Koch pull up three, no good. O'Corey, long rebound. Looking for some help. He'll dish back out to Koch at the top of the key. Vrieswick, left wing, three ball. No good. And another rebound for the Lions. Koch, floater, count it.
Second chance boards, James. They do wonders for your team.
Matthew Spratley trying to get through the defense here. Takes it to the rack and no good on the layup over the top of O'Corey and Bakari.
And if you're Matthew Spratley, you're beyond frustrated right now. You cannot get anything to fall.
Pushing the pace, finds Milligan, and he nails the three. Lions up 10, big turnaround. And there's a timeout for Coach Bittner. A big run for the Lions, and look at this bench explode. 77-67 after the nice little run there. A couple of big shots from TCNJ, and a couple of big possessions on the defensive end as well, Matt.
Oh, for sure. And I talked about a pregame. Lions defense, they're stout. They don't make things easy for you. You've got to take what space is given. I keep saying that, but it's true.
Campbell had possession.
Go after being on top for basically 3/4 of this game.
Yeah, and it just looked like the Lions hadn't quite found their stride yet in the first half, but really settled into things for the second. As on the inbound, buzzer sounds, but referee encourages the players to play through it as Campbell takes it to the basket. Fouled by Vrieswick, counted and one. So Eric Campbell, strong finish at the basket. Finishes at the rim, gonna have a chance to cut this lead to 7. As Devin Johnson gets subbed out for Jamar Johnson. So Campbell been able to collect fouls and wreak havoc at the basket as he misses the second free throw there. This is the and one free throw, rather. Bakari looking for some help inside. Passes Alexandre, still looking for that mismatch for Solomon. Floats over the top of two defenders. Can't make it happen. Campbell grabs the board and he's fouled by Solomon. So Eric Campbell having a strong second half thus far. So Jamar Johnson with it for Stockton as Bakari.
Be careful.
Almost had a hand in the passing lane there, would have come up with a steal. Angelov takes it inside over Vrieswick, floating, and Logan McKee. Nice follow-up layup there.
And that's good for McKee. He missed a couple corner threes early. Nice to see him get in there.
Lions working quick, and Vrieswick answers in transition. And I'd love to see that. The Lions have done that countless times, right when it seems like Stockton starts to find something. As Angelov gets that tip, but as soon as Stockton starts to find something, Lions burst out on offense to find a quick two. Alexandre floating in, takes some contact.
Stockton's got a mismatch here. They got 5-on-4.
McKee from the corner off the side of the backboard there. Alexandre lost his headband.
McKee 0 for 4 now from the corner.
Solomon finds Milligan, left wing, three ball off the back iron. Jamar Johnson with the long rebound. Looking to move things a little quicker here for Stockton. He floats inside, kicks outside. McKee, a three. Just off the front of the rim.
McKee cannot buy a three from the corner right now. It's frustrating for him, definitely.
Reeswick tries to take it inside, gets his pocket picked. A couple bodies on the floor here as Angelov looks to move quickly. McKee to Angelov. The two, and it's good. Now pace seems like it's starting to slow up a little bit.
No need to rush things. Final 10 minutes here for the Lions. They want to do things their way, play their game.
Seems like some guys huffing and puffing. Just a hair. Solomon throws it down over the top of Campbell. Everyone tapping the head tops there as Angelov almost finds an and one of his own.
Crowd wants a tech there for hanging on the rim from Campbell. He was on there for a good 3-4 seconds. Nothing from the officials.
That happens. Would rather him have a safe landing. It's A-okay by me. We'll talk about that Solomon dunk. That thing was nuts.
Beautiful. Did you see? It's like the ocean parted for him. The paint parted ways. He had all the space in the world. It was beautiful.
That's all thanks to David Alexandre clearing up some space on the inside. And a great dump off there to Solomon as he put down the two-handed flush. So Khalid Bakari taking a seat. Matthew Okori coming back in, as well as Jonathan Okocha stepping back into the game. Jack Vrieswick going to take a break. So lines up 8, just under 9 minutes to go is Angelov. He's got himself a couple more points. So on our end it says that Angelov's got 26 right now. As Okocha takes it inside. Block, count the basket and one. I thought he might have been fouled on his way to the basket.
Yeah, it looked like that.
And then I thought he might have gotten the offensive foul. Looks like a little get-me-back there as Okocha can find the tough finish.
Oh, for sure, and that's what we want to see. We saw Corey coming to life. We've seen Solomon start to come to life. Okocha's our last missing piece here for the Lions to try and come to life after a quiet first half.
And we've seen that Koch's scoring has slowed down just a little bit,
Exactly.
But this TCNJ offense continues to rise.
It's a dream scenario for the Lions.
Okocha hits another.
Armstrong Thomas
He's
back
got
in.
12. So Angelov will fire a three, and man, he is on fire right now. Martin Angelov. Let's go! It's going to be 30 points. Or 27 for Angelov, rather. And he's putting on a clinic shooting the basketball this evening.
Far. Stepping up for scoring.
Hasn't been a ton of layups either. Alexandre from way downtown with the answer. Brings that lead right back out to 10. And just when you thought, Angelov with another answer comes up just short. But it's been all back and forth, and Alexandre really just shut out the lights for Stockton on that momentum swing.
It's been everything we expected. Two tough teams, a lot of history, playing to their strengths.
And that's just a confident shot out of the hands of David Alexandre there. Stepped into it, didn't matter the distance. He was eyeing down that rim as he finds Solomon on the outside and fighting for the rebound underneath. Goes into the hands of Okocha. Alexandre now fighting his way inside, gets a foul call, and he's going to go to the line and shoot two.
And that's fantastic. David Alexander, he was falling out of bounds and made that really nice pass to Solomon. And the effort, that ball was loose for a while to get that second chance rebound. And now you're headed to the free throw line.
And his hustle has been unmatched this evening. You know, I mentioned it early on, that's just the type of player that he is. Alexandre, the sophomore out of Orangetown, New York, won himself a handful of NJAC Rookie of the Weeks a season ago and was really a big piece for that championship team, really stepping in and being that 6th, 7th man, that first, second guy off the bench and proving to be real vital.
Then it's exciting to watch him grow as a starter and progress and help this team down the line. This is a big season for him and a big season for the team as a whole. Early signs of greatness from Alexandre.
And, last year it seemed like the hustle and everything came with some antics. You're a guy that comes off the bench. You got to be a chip-on-the-shoulder guy.
Course.
Try and get in other people's heads. But, now that he's basically an every-minute type of guy, you got to tone down on some of the antics just a little bit. But he surely is a fun player to watch. So now Campbell with it. 12-point lead for TCNJ. 7 minutes left to play as Gaither looks to post up on Okori. Fades away for 2. And that just looked a little easy there for Tavon Gaither.
And he's had a bunch of those shots tonight. Very patient in creating his own space, releasing the ball at the proper time. A nice steal.
And Payut able to get his hands in the way of the Alexandre dribble. Campbell with a nice finish. Finger roll over the outstretched Solomon. Koch splits the double and finds Solomon. Now Koch back up top with it. 19 on the shot clock. 8-point game. Koch steps into a 3 and an offensive foul called by Alexandre. Wasn't sure what happened there. Some contact nonetheless. Angelov hits the deck and a foul on David Alexandre. So if you're Stockton here, what are the keys to getting back in this one?
Feed Martin Anguelov. Am I wrong? He's been their fire. Unfortunately, E.J. Matthews-Spratley, we haven't seen that. We thought he would come out shooting, but haven't seen that from this all Anguelov.
Nice
and second chances like that help too.
And a second chance effort there. As Johnson finds the 2. So 5:50 now, a 6-point game here. Stockton continues to stay in it. Clawing throughout, Okocha fires. No good from 3. Bakari the long rebound. And the Lions can pull it out again and look to kill some more clock as Koch looks to find some help, kicks out Okocha. Now inside to Solomon. Okocha atop the key, fires a 3 and he's fouled. Not the best look there for Okocha. Kind of gets bailed out there on the foul from Johnson, but it was a look nonetheless. Okocha, love that he has the confidence to pull from that distance.
Definitely.
There.
And if you're Johnson, you just got to be a little smarter. He's shooting from distance. There's no need to close a gap very violently, or not even violently, but enough to draw contact.
And, that's what I love about this team. After winning that conference championship last year, Okocha was somebody that didn't get to play due to injury, was coming back off of something coming into the year. So, just being able to step into this lineup now, earning himself a starting role and just playing with that confidence to be able to, pull up into some of the shots that he does. Or, as you see Alexandre doing some of the same in his, long 3-point attempts. As Okocha, now he needs to find himself, big free throws here that he's missing 2 in a row. Got to hit this 3rd one.
Brutal ones. You at least want to take one at least. Extend the lead to 7.
So misses all 3, but Okori grabs the board. Lions fighting, misses the follow-up, and now Stockton has a chance to cut this to 3.
No, those are brutal misses. Lions have been perfect from the line all night. Those are the ones that count the most in crunch time. 5 to go. Trying to extend your lead. What a shot!
And Angela with the English underneath. Right-handed on the left side on the reverse.
And that's where missing those free throw hurts you. See if you can make up for it.
Wide open.
Yes, he does.
And makes up for his mistake on the missed free throws. Comes up with a big 3 ball there. Oh, we've got ourselves a 7-point ball game. It's been exciting throughout. the last couple of minutes here, crunch time. Got to see what players step up as Anguelov steps into a three after the timeout, and he has not stopped all night. 33 for Anguelov.
I told you, how does Stockton want to try and steal this one away? You feed that man. He's been unbelievable.
You know, might have to switch up a defensive assignment if you're TCNJ at this point in the game. Try and find a way to get a different hand in his face to stop him as Koch misses on the layup and a late foul call. So as you can see, we might be sitting on the Stockton side of the stands here.
We've been deep in enemy
a lot of
territory all
uproar.
night, James. Deep in enemy territory.
So Koch goes up with that, gets fouled on his way up.
Free throw troubles here, James. They've missed the last 4.
And Koch misses on the free throw attempt there. So Alexandre checks into the game for Bakarius. Koch puts up the second attempt. Nails that one, so a little 4 free throw skid for the Lions there. There's now 4:20 left in this one. Lions up 5 as Anguelov puts up another heat check 3 there. No good. Okori with the board.
Big board by Okori, too.
And
Good
Okori
find.
Alexandre finds Vrieswick down the court. Great court vision there from David Alexandre. Throwing it around a defender in stride for Jack Vrieswick. Fouled on his way up. So Lions taking another trip to the line. And now 8 fouls for Stockton, 7 for TCNJ. So gonna see some 1-and-1 coming up.
Definitely.
And some two free throw opportunities here for both teams. So Vrieswick at the line here. And Vrieswick, another big part of this team just a season ago, you know, lost him down the stretch to injury. And made the decision that he was going to come back for a 5th year, you know, after the impact he had on the team a season ago. Right. Seeing what he could do for this team, you know, in a more of a 3-and-D role, coming off the bench, 6th man is Vrieswick.
And he's been fantastic. Really good.
Payut with a deep 3. No good. Koch looking to get down the floor past Campbell. And Koch gets it back. Ball bouncing around a bit over there. Lions a little discombobulated, able to find back the center. Alexandre up at the top. Little hectic play there for TCNJ as Solomon now holds it.
And it's good
Passes
recovery.
to Koch. He thought about the long 3. Now he'll pull from distance off the front of the rim. Long board Okori. Lions doing it once again. Solomon tip up. No good. Anguelov finds the board. And now he's going to run down the floor, moving with pace here. Devin Johnson will fire a 3. And that's good. 4-point game. So a big 3 there for Devin Johnson. As TCNJ now retains possession, up 4 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game.
And would it end any other way, James? It just seemed like this was going to be the late game drama we've been expecting.
And it has been a load of points for both teams here as Alexandre puts it up.
And that's going to stay with the Lions.
It's
James.
tipped out of bounds, and Alexandre does a nifty way of boxing out there.
He's trying to draw some contact.
Maybe it could have been a foul or something, not too sure. No call, but ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Stockton, going to be inbounded by Koch here.
So in the end, it works out.
At 95-91 TCNJ, plenty of points to be spoken for as Okori grabs the offensive board and puts it in. And that's been the key difference here tonight. Lions, second, third, and even maybe fourth chances on some opportunities as Anguelov floats. 2-pointer, no good. Passes inside. Campbell, no good as well.
Ball still loose.
And Campbell's down on the floor, and they call a traveling violation on Stockton. Jamar Johnson called.
And Eric Campbell's going to hobble off. He looks like he got hurt going to the ground there.
After the layup attempt, Campbell goes down hard, and hopefully he's all right. Jamar Johnson called for the travel after the rebound. And TCNJ back with it up 6, 97-91, 2.5 to go. Alexandre finds Solomon. Now line's got to get it across half here. Last 2:20 of action. Koch drawing up the play here. Looks like a set of screens coming. Koch takes it to the inside. Left hand finish, no good. Solomon throws it off of Johnson. Great basketball IQ on Solomon. Grabs the board, falling out of bounds, throws it off Johnson, and Lions are to keep possession underneath.
And Koch had a lot of space there, just a little too much on the leg, kind of rolled off the back iron. But again, Matt Solomon, like you said, basketball IQ, keeps the ball at the Lions just over 2 minutes to go.
Giving the Lions another opportunity off of an offensive rebound. Just happened time and time again this evening. Solomon over the top of Paiute, no good. He'll grab the board and find his main man tonight, Martin Anguelov. Now Eric Campbell quickly back into the ballgame, finds Anguelov. That left side, 3 ball is good. Now how do you leave him open?
That's a very big mistake from Lions defense, very big mistake. You cannot allow him to get that kind of look at this point of the game.
Now Koch looking to get across the floor, finds Alexandre inside to Okori. No foul called underneath. Fight for the basketball. And a foul is called on Jamar Johnson under the basket.
Definitely some interesting calls here, James. It's hard to see from our angle, but some of these non-calls have been a little physical. Again, we can't see it from where we're sitting, but I feel like the referees have been a little generous tonight.
And I've been, I just respect that it's at least going both ways on some of those non-calls. They're letting the guys be physical. Some of the Stockton fans not agreeing with the call, but. So now Bakari checks into the contest.
Things getting intense here, James. We're both standing now, so that's how you know it's getting real.
Yeah, legs hurting a little bit. Been a long day of sitting in these bleachers. Gotta keep things loose. As Alexandre misses the free throw, Paiute with the board, and now 1:25 left in the game, and Stockton down 3. Gotta think it's gonna stay in the hands of Martin Anguelov here. Passes out right corner. Anguelov, a 3, and it's good. Martin Anguelov, how about it? Have a night for number 10. 39 showing up on the scoreboard for number 10. Tie ball game with a minute to go. Koch works his way around the defense. Tries to put it up. No good. Campbell with possession. Stockton with a chance to take the lead.
Got to be tight on defense. Don't get Anguelov a single look. Not one.
Anguelov with it. Trying to get around. And a foul called under the basket. 1-and-1 coming. 37.4 to go. And what a turn of events.
A turn of events. What are you surprised? Anguelov, he's just been unbelievable. Lions defense gave him way too many open 3 looks this quarter. It's just easy money for him. Easy money. And who else would you want at the free throw line going for a 40 burger right now, James?
Let's see what they got him at on our end. Scoreboard says 39. The crowd getting loud for this first Anguelov free throw. It's good. And we've got him at 41 on our end. Make that 42 after the first made free throw. So accounting for over half, or just about half, a little less than half of his team's points, but still crazy. As Angelo buries the second, Stockton up to 99-97 here. 35 seconds to go. Alexandre dribbles it over. Lions call timeout. All right, 32.4 seconds to go, and we're back from Packer Hall. Lions now finding themselves down to 99-97. Got to draw up the winning play here. What do you think it's going to be? Alexandre quickly to the basket over Anguelov. Can't get it to go. Ball floating around on the ground. And Stockton basketball as O'Corey touched the line out of bounds. Lions got to find themselves in a fouling situation now.
Oh, that's tough. I see what they wanted to do. Drive in, try and draw contact. Couldn't get it to go. Ball goes out. Frustrating turn of events for the Lions.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout called here. So Angelov and Campbell on the right side. They're going to pass to Campbell. He's looking for some help, and he's fouled.
Well, you want to take a win there. Didn't get in the ball, in the hands, of Angelov. Your silver lining for that play for the Lions.
So now if you're TCNJ, hoping for a miss on this first attempt and have to come down with the rebound.
Have to, absolutely.
Eric Campbell, actually most free throw attempts on the night for Stockton, 5 of 6 from the line as he rattles in the first. And that's a big part of the battle right there, just getting the first one through. Campbell on his second is good. So 101-97.
Got to move with speed.
Lions down 4 here. Got to see if you can pick up any points as Alexandre gets the easy layup to go. And got a foul in a hurry. And Campbell finds the easy layup, able to scoot around the entire defense there.
You got to catch Campbell. You couldn't get him get loose. Now you're under 10.
And
5.
Koch gets it stolen away. Stockton's going to hold on. And Angelov is going to shoot some free throws here. A costly turnover from Koch. And it looks like Stockton's going to run away with this one.
And that's a bad turn of events at the end of the game for TCNJ. They needed to do things perfectly. They let Campbell get away unscathed. No one was there to foul. Ran right down the court. And then you turn the ball over when you got to respond. Frustrating and unfortunate end for the Lions, who played real hard tonight.
Angelov sinks the first, just adding on to this masterpiece of a performance.
Michael Craig, this one's for you!
Apparently this one's for Michael Craig. Not sure who that is. Sorry for my viewers.
Martin Anguelov hits the second. Now a 6-point lead here as Koch is going to try and put something up quick. Misses. Buzzer sounds. And Stockton steals one away in the last minutes here from